What up, people? Another busy day today. We got some seller calls. We got an on-site appointment. You hear my voice is kind of raspy today. Been talking to too many sellers lately, but like I said, we got appointments. We got meetings on meetings on meetings on meetings. And of course, we got to get in here and get the work in before we do all that. So, enjoy the journey today. Thanks for following me. Let's freaking get it today, baby. So as of right now in our business, I have the role of being acquisition manager. Now, obviously I'm also the business owner, but within that, I am an employee in the business as of right now. So I am an acquisition manager in the business. So I have to time block that, just like an employee has time that he has to go to work. So in the mornings, we time block time for me to just be on calls, talking to sellers and locking up contracts. So to kind of back up a little bit, the acquisition manager's job is to talk to sellers, it's to go on appointments, it's to lock up the contracts and then send that contract over to our dispo department and they sell the deal. Or we just go forward with buying it ourselves and doing a fix and flip. That's just kind of what us as business owners figure out what we got to do. But it's very important that we time block this because there's a certain amount of conversations that we have to have. So we're calculating all these numbers as far as conversations and how many dials we're doing and all that type of stuff. There's analytics behind this whole entire thing. You got to measure this stuff. So what we do is we figure out how many conversations it takes for us to get a contract, and then we work those numbers back. And that's why we time block. So we're like, hey, we got to time block this amount of time in the morning, this amount of time in the afternoon. That's going to allow us to have this many conversations, which allows us to have this many contracts, which allows us to have this much money come in. So as of right now, it's my job to do those calls. We are in the process of bringing somebody on to help out that position and hopefully offload it at some point. But as of right now, it's just me. So with that being said, let's get to banging the phones. We still have a crazy busy day to get forward today. Let's freaking go. We need a contract today.
You have sent me on paper everything to go increase the rent. It's about time we increase the rent. You know? Why, Michael?
I'm just gonna get you an offer.
Interest in all that?
Yeah, I'm trying to get you an offer either today or tomorrow, and I'll submit it. You can sign it if you like it. We can move forward with it. If not, then
you are the broker?
No, we buy houses.
Oh, you buy?
Yeah, remember we spoke last week?
Yeah. So you are real. You are not.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not one of these knuckleheads that are just calling just to call.
I know. I get so many of those people.
Well, we do too.
Another 2 houses I need to sell.
Well, why don't we take care of this one first, and then we can tackle those other ones?
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
Yeah, we get a bunch of calls as well because we own a bunch of properties just like you, and a bunch of knuckleheads call my phone all the time saying, hey, you want to sell your house? You want to sell your house? And nobody's ever serious. So yeah. I'm not here to waste your time.
Okay.
I just needed to know that exact number that we're guaranteed from Section 8. I said I just needed to know that exact number that we were guaranteed by Section 8.
I text you. Is it on your phone?
Yeah, I got it now. I didn't, for some reason the text didn't go through. Something's going on with our phone system.
It didn't go through?
I didn't get it. I'm looking right now too. I don't see it. But
look,
you're not the first person that said that. This is the second. I said, you're not the first person that said that to us. This is the second time in like the past 2 days somebody said that our texts weren't going through. So I gotta see what's going on with our phone.
It's 1286.
Yep.
So 1700. But you know, if her income go down and the Section 8 go up, because she earn money, but she just don't want to pay.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Somebody else talk to her, that might be a different story.
Okay. Well, I know you said
I was going to the sheriff and just evict her, you know, because she's not paying. She owed me $22,000 since 2016.
Holy crap.
One time she made a whole bunch of Section 8 only paid $444 for a long time. And I just didn't have time to go to the sheriff. I hate that family court. I go in so many times, you know, that was enough and it was giving me a hard time.
Yeah.
I plead the wrong people because my daughter has 6 condos in Harvard. They all electronic send her the money. She lives in Michigan. And she no one missed the pay. You know what I mean? Right now, 2 more condos, and my worker, his wife just put in the internet and got it rent out for $2,500. $2,500 each. And they came out with $7,000, right? No, they came out with $750 and to move in. $25 for the broker. The tenant paid for that, Michael.
Yeah, that ain't bad. That's a good deal.
I got another call. You get back.
I'll call you either today or tomorrow with her offer.
Okay.
If we're good to go, is this something? So add a property walkthrough. Now, recently I've been trying not to go on these property walkthroughs. I've been trying to lock up the contract over the phone through the discussion that me and the seller have, or if they send me pictures, through the pictures. Because I'm just trying to be time sensitive and wary of my time and where I place that. Now, usually what happens is I'll get it under contract and then we'll have one of our guys go out there and check it out. So I'm not trying to go to these houses at all. But for this guy, he's a super old school guy. He is like, dude, you need to go to the house. I'm not giving you my number. Before you buy this or anything, you have to go check it out. And dude doesn't even have a phone to take pictures, so we had to go to this one. But I just let him know up front. I'm like, listen, I'm buying a bunch of houses every single week, so we just have to make sure if I go out there and, you know, we come to a number that works for both me and you, are you going to be able to make a decision today? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, okay. So that's just a little upfront contract we have with the seller up front. But what we're looking at in these houses, especially these ones in New England, they're super old. Like you can tell in this house here, the floor is kind of warping. But we're looking for all the major updates that would have to be done to the house. You know, the kitchen remodel, bath remodel, maybe some structuring from the flooring. For this one, heating system needs to be updated, flooring throughout. This one's like a full reno, windows throughout. We're just looking at all those major things that need to be done, come up with a number of how much that's gonna cost, and then we factor our number from there. But yeah, also sometimes you see some crazy stuff in these houses. I think the previous tenant was into some freaky shit. Okay, back at the office after the property walkthrough and talking with the seller. We got a verbal yes. So not a signed contract, but a verbal yes. And here's what we got a verbal yes to. If you remember what I said before is we had some competition on this deal. So the verbal yes that I got a yes to was the seller agreed to let us buy this property for $5,000 more than that other buyer. So that other buyer is supposed to submit an offer at some point today or the next day. Once they do that, Now, this is just a verbal agreement, handshake type of deal. But I told him, as long as those buyers aren't some boneheads that just went to, a real estate meetup over the weekends that talks about how you can get into real estate with no money down, and they're not out here just throwing out offers, but they're buyers that are actually buying houses and doing this business actively, I will promise to pay you $5,000 more than what they offer. So I got a verbal yes to that. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be something that we got to follow up on, but I'll let you guys know how that goes. Also, if you were the guy that went on the appointment or that I'm in competition with, sorry, dog. On my way to another sales appointment. Now, this actually just came in as I got back to the office. This will be a novation agreement. Lady already verbally agreed to it. Now, I sent over the agreement, and typically I wouldn't unless I know that they're gonna be able to sign it. She said she was gonna be able to sign it, but then on her phone, for some reason, she couldn't really see it. So anyways, she's gonna check it out once she gets back home around like 7:30, but I'm gonna go check it out right now just to confirm that the numbers really work. But if all goes well, that thing will get signed later on today. And yeah, it'll be another novation agreement in the pipeline for us. So I'm not too worried about her shopping around a novation agreement anyways, because nobody around here does them but us. Now, if you have watched some of my other videos, you've probably seen what the novations are, is where we get the property up to speed for the seller to sell it to a conventional buyer. So it's essentially like us doing a fix and flip without ever having to buy the property. So we don't have to pay lender fees and closing costs and holding costs and all these types of things, and allows us to get the seller the number that they're asking for. So super cool strategy. Hopefully all goes well, but I'll let you guys know how it goes. Workout number 2 of the day. These days don't stop, man. I gotta get my ass back up to the home office because we got a seller call from the seller appointment that I just went on. That's in 20 minutes. So I gotta run my ass up there, get that contract signed, but had to sneak in a quick 5-miler. These days don't stop, baby. The whole entire shit is just intentional throughout the whole entire day. There's not any moments that are wasted. So we gotta get it done. It's about 10 o'clock at night. Day's just about winding down. Just had to put out some late night fires in the business, but my Whoop band is telling me it's time to hit the hay. So I'm out. Thanks for following me today. Peace.